Hi everyone, this is meowmurai. Let's continue our game of Final Fantasy XIV Online, running on the PlayStation 5. Okay, what are we up to now? It's funny, the Endwalker cinema played before logging in, but I don't even think it made me watch the Endwalker cinema like when I first bought the game. It's like, now you're making me watch it? That's interesting. When Plumlin approaches, beware, for the impetuous Mikote always leads a merry dance. Psst, you there. Yes, you, darling. They say you're the fellow to follow. Name's Plumlin, and I earn my keep as a dancing girl in these markets. Aye, it's a living, and a good one, but it's not exactly what I set out to be when I bid farewell to the mudflats. I know. Isn't that the way the tale curls? Still, I'd like to be one of those dancers, Dexter. You know, the sort they engage for the grand balls. To be a dancer of craft, not mere wiles, and keep company in high society. Of course, I'd have to learn a proper sort of dancing. Less shimmy, more stately. And that's where you come in, darling, because I've got a quarry for you to track down. They say a dancing master named Gilnox is in town. All the highborn ladies are aflutter, wanting to take lessons with him. He's the best, that's the word. This is my chance to become something finer than Minnie the Minx. Go to the steps of Thal and ask around about him, won't you? Wait, that's over here, isn't it? Quite yet. Master Gilnox? Oh, it's lovely what he teaches, but straight is the gate, my good sir. He is very choosy about who he teaches. You must dance for him and show some innate quality. Why, he wouldn't even accept Master Gagerju's diamond-encrusted crumpet, and she was quite the desus already. Okay. I nary understood a word of that. Let's see. Are you another one of Master Gillenot's camp followers? So cute. You know he's from Kothis, right? Travels the world teaching the art of dance. They say he was the youngest dancing master ever to leap the lance. That he had a large estate, a fine stable, and a coat of crown sable. Why anyone would leave all that is beyond me. When I think about that, it gives me shivers, you know? Why, if we weren't leaving Uldal today, I'd consider permitting him the pleasure of my person. Ah, don't look so shocked. Mayhap when he returns. Oh, of course I know where Master Gillenot is. Don't you see the roses on my cheeks? And the ever so slight droop in my supple carriage? I've just come from practice. You can stop wondering who the belle of the ball is to be next moon. With what Master Gillenot taught me, I have no doubt that I'll dazzle the masses. Where can you find him? I oughtn't to say, but worry not. You should find him in the hustings strip. He said he was headed to the airship landing. Master Gillenot, I am he. That you are an adventurer is apparent, but what business brings an adventurer to a dancing master, I wonder. At that, you will not answer with no question where no question has been asked. It is the feet that must persuade, not the tongue. Now dance for me. Oh, but I'm not the one who wants to dance. I have a fellow feline that wants to dance. The vessel is rude, but the wine within may yet be fined. Unfortunately, there is much call on my time, and I am bound for another land. I'll make a dance of you next I return to the city. There you are. Heard anything good? Hope you're not wasting time with that looker here. Master Gillenot, I am from Homelin, the Dansus, and I would speak with you. It is my greatest desire to become a dancer dexter and perform at the grand ball. Please, my lord, won't you teach me? So, it is not the adventurer who wishes to treat the pocket, but this stammering maiden? Child, I sift people to find dancers, you understand? Then let us see whether you can master these steps. How do they do it that's how they do it in high society, huh? I can be the last with class. Just watch. Hideous, grotesque. No dancing stands alongside the calamity in its horror. Well, those words might cow your high-born ladies, Master Gillenot, but where I come from, we take our lumps and we keep on twirling. Now, what exactly didn't you like? Child, you rely overly much on appearances. You go from pose to pose, pleasing to pleasing. This is not a dance, but crude fascination. Adventurer, look sharp and take turn on the floor. I can't take my eyes off you. I mean, you're not exactly good. You'd be picking rotten orange piths out of your eyebrows if you did that at the market, but... It's a story, isn't it? A dance is a story, and I have nothing to say. Because I haven't lived, just made a living. Hey, child. Ale-glazed eyes are easy to please, and you have squandered these years striking your poses when you could have learned a craft. Still, you have courage, I'll warrant that. I'm weary of teaching so many who may have lived, but in ways too alike. I wonder if you have enough courage, then. Do you dare to start anew? To be a dancing girl no longer? To learn a true craft? I dare. I will learn the craft of adventuring. Do you adventure for fun or gain? Do you have to be very good with weapons? Those moves you make with your arms, is that some fighty thing? I want what you've got, darling. The way to the grand ball is through quests and dungeons. I'll learn to slog, and I'll learn to dance. Thank you, my lord, thank you. I'm off to the Adventurers Guild. You've taught me so much, and I'll never forget the dance that you showed me. Oh. Did she choose a mere adventurer over me, master among masters? My airship departs this strange city soon. Dance your rude yet puissant dance, adventurer. Mayhap you will affect more aspirants as you did, Pulman. And mayhap I shall hang up my dancing shoes and start anew. I got an emote out of it, okay. And the emote ball dance. When I refer to a ball dance, that's not exactly what I'm thinking of. Back from your meeting with, Raban, are you? What did the big man have to say? Is that a fact? Personal envoy of the Flame General himself? So, you'll be bearing the great man's words to the leaders of the Alliance, will you? And by airship? Bugger me, that's an honor and a half, that is. But I can't think of anyone who deserves it more. I'm proud of you, meowmurai. I truly am. Now, I dare say Raban told you this, but not many people get to go on airships these days. In fact, most folks go to their graves having never once seen Eorzea from above. Poor buggers shuffle off to meet Thal, having never known the blues of Limsa Laminsa's shimmering seas and the myriad of greens of leafy Gridania. But not you, meowmurai. You'll see those sights and more, and everywhere to go, you'll find fascinating folk with fascinating tales to tell. The people you meet, the places you go, savor these experiences, for they are priceless all. Saying that, I'd be remiss of me if I didn't remind you to be careful out there. Wield ain't the only place beset by troubles, as you'll discover when you visit Limsa and Gridania. Truth be told, that might be exactly what the General wants you to realize. I think he knows what kind of man you are, meowmurai. And what kind is that, you ask? Why, the kind that can't resist sticking his nose into other people's business, of course. And don't you ever go changing. Safe travels, meowmurai. I'll see you when you get back. Greetings, adventurer. I deal in Issuing of guild leaves. I don't think I need to worry about that quite yet. Greetings, sir. This is the reservation counter for passengers traveling to Limsa. If I'm not mistaken, you are the Flame General's envoy, meowmurai. Pernobi, yes? High Winds Skyways is at your service. Will you be flying with us today? Attention all passengers, the airship bound for Limsa is about to depart. Please make your way to the boarding gate. When first we met beneath the Sultan tree, I sensed there was something unusual about him. I wonder if they will feel the same. Godspeed, meowmurai. Godspeed. If I'm right, they'll be singing your praises from here to the far reach before long. May you always walk in the light of the crystal. Castrum Ulcidence. I know, going from my humble balloon ship to a striking airway fighter. Or airway transport. And in 30 frames, unfortunately. Look at this armor. Such cool looking armor.
It has been 15 years, but the bitter taste of defeat lingers still. 15 years since the Imperial fleet set course for Mordona, led by the Egrios, mightiest of all vessels. Silver Till lay ripe for the taking, and all of Eorzea would soon be ours. Or so we believed. But an innumerable host of dragons met us that day, at the heart of which flew the great Ishgard Zormer. Though we succeeded in slaying that lord among worms, the dread serpent's defeat was bought at too high a price. Our invincible flagship was lost, and all hope of victory with her. So ended our glorious conquest. Eorzea, a blighted realm, riddled with false gods. Twice now it has eluded the Empire's grasp. For all the destruction it wrought, even Meteor, the great sin, failed to yield us control over it. And for this failure, the realm has sunk deeper into depravity. It is twisted beyond all reckoning, rotten nigh to the core. Yet it must be saved. Only Garlean rule can bring order to Eorzea. It falls to us to deliver the misguided masses from their ignorance.
We are of one mind, Lord Van Balzar.
Senior engineers, please report to Magitech research following scheduled inspection.
Hey, is the Legatus really planning to take another tilt at Eorzea?
Hey? What hole have you been hiding in? We're in the midst of preparing for a new campaign, and a huge one at that.
But I thought the Emperor had given up the Western lands for lost after Carteneau. What could the Legatus possibly hope to gain by acting alone?
I sense you harbor certain doubts over the wisdom of the Legatus's plan.
My lord!
Please, call me Nero. Tell me, where were you born?
Afar, my lord.
Alamigo, my lord.
Ah, codename Hummingway, I presume?
I don't know what you...
Silence. Your denials will not change your fate. I assure you, Frumentarian sees all. Clean up this mess, and do not miss any, or I shall be most displeased.
At once, my lord.
Garland, soon you will be made to know the true power of Magitech.
And then back to real-time graphics at 60 frames, well, 120 frames. Limsa, the upper decks. Yeah, got a whole new town to harass. Ah, you must be the envoy from Ulda. Welcome to Limsa Lominsa, sir. Admiral Blofuswin. Blofuswin awaits your arrival. Or Blofuswin. Boy. It's like a lot of syllables scrunched into one there. You are the Ulda envoy. Welcome to Limsa Lominsa. The Admiral has been looking forward to your arrival. Please proceed to the Crow's Lift at your earliest convenience. It will take you to Bulwark Hall. Once there, pray speak with Xanthel. He will be pleased to show you in the Admiral's command room on the bridge. Greetings, sir, and welcome to our fair city. If you would permit me to examine the seal on the missive you carry. Yes, everything seems to be in order. My apologies. We can't afford to be complacent, you understand? Please, step this way.
Enter. So the silver-tongued merchants send an adventurer to speak for them. It appears the Uldans place great faith in you. This way. I bid you welcome. I am Melvib Blufisvin, Admiral of Limso Lominsa, and Commander of the Maelstrom. Now, what news from Thanalan?
A memorial service to honor the fallen. 7 hells. Has it been 5 years? 5 years since the Gallian Empire sought to wrest Eorzea from our grasp. It was in answer to the imperial threat that the city-states formed the Grand Companies and forged the Eorzean alliance anew. But Garmald was not content to wager on a simple contest of martial might. They had other plans, the Meteor Project. Legatus Nel Vandanis, Hell's Taken, intended to cleanse our realm by snatching the lesser moon, Dalamand, from the heavens and casting it down upon our heads. Desperate to prevent his lunatic scheme, we marched our forces to the Cottonu Flats, and there we met Vilth Imperial Legion in battle. Never, or is that the 7th Imperial Legion? Yeah. Never have I seen a fight like the Battle of Cottonu, and I have seen full many. But though we gave no quarter, spared not one ounce of effort, we could not prevent what followed. From inside the shell of Dalamand came a winged nightmare, a dragon the size of a bloody city. 'Twas the elder primal Bahamut, bent on taking an 8th hell of Eorzea. In the space of a breath, the legions of the Empire were set aflame, while our own armies fared little better. 'Twas as if the whole world was burning. Words cannot well describe the scene. And yet, by some miracle, a few among us were spared. Even as I steeled myself for death, a blinding white light enveloped me, robbing me of my senses. When I regained them, the dragon was gone, and the still smoldering land was warped beyond all knowing. Were Archon Lusu still with us, he would doubtless shed some light on the unfathomable happenings. Alas, he is not, and I fear we will want for his wisdom in the days to come. For while our nation struggled to recover from the devastation, the beastmen call forth their damned primals to torment us anew. Unless we put aside our differences and rebuild now, our forces will catch us unprepared. And I speak not only of the beastmen. Do not imagine that the Empire has forsaken its claim on Eorzea. The Imperials crowd our borders, waiting to strike. Damn it all, we need champions to replace those we lost. But such thoughts are worse than worthless. Time is short, and none will save us, save ourselves. It is the duty of every soul who survived the calamity to work together for the good of Eorzea, and this memorial service may be the very thing to unite us. Ah, Raban has the right of it. I accept his proposal. Your duty is done here, adventurer. I will see to it that the Flame General receives my reply. You travel next to Gordana, yes? Pray give my regards to the elder Seedseer. Oh, and tell her the wolf has been sniffing around the stables. A private jest, and one in poor taste, but I would have you tell it all the same. Very well, meowmurai. May the navigator guide you on your journey. Greetings, sir. This is the count for passengers traveling to Gridania. Pleasure to serve you again, sir. Are you ready to board the airship to Gridania? I know, I'm the kind of person who just hangs out at the airport, you know, in between their stops. Doesn't go and see the city. We'll be back, though. Don't worry. Gridania, new Gridania. Old Gridania, meh. Ah, you must be the envoy from Ulda. Welcome to Gridania, sir. The Elder Seed Seer awaits your arrival. Greetings, good sir. You are the Uldan envoy, are you not? I have received instructions to assist you. Pray make your way to the city proper, and identify yourself to the conjurer on Ofiska's altar. She will admit you to the lotus stand where the Elder Seed Seer awaits. So many people. You are the Uldan envoy. Begging your pardon, sir, but might I inspect the missive you bear? Not a cat, not a bear. Verily, this is the seal of the Supreme Commander of the Immortal Flames. Please come with me.
So you are the Uldan envoy. On behalf of our fair nation, I bid you welcome. Please. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Khan-e Senna, Elder Seed Seer of Gridania, and leader of the Order of the Twin Adder, our nation's grand company. I understand you bear a message from the Flame General.
So loud. Boy, that sounds so uneven. A remnant service for the fallen of Cartanu. Pray tell me, adventurer, what do you know of our conflict with the Empire? It seems my counterparts recounted the tale in some detail. That is well. A message from the Admiral? A wolf has been sniffing around her stables, you say? I see. Well, I should be pleased to provide her with such counsel as I am able. But first, friend of my friend, I would tell you more of the Garlean threat. For the greater part of its history, Garlemald was not even among the most influential nations in Ishgard, the northern continent. However, its innovations in the field of magitech, some 50 years past, helped to raise it from the depths of obscurity. Emboldened by this technology, it set about subjugating its neighbors, swiftly absorbing each into its ever-expanding territory, and when all of Ishgard lay within its grasp, it turns its ravenous gaze upon Eorzea. Yet Garlemald's transformations did not come about by virtue of magitech alone. Its success owed much to the consummate leadership of its first and reigning emperor, Solis Zosgalvus, the man who built an empire in his own lifetime. Yet he has lived long, and after more than 80 winters, it is said that he grows frail and even more prone to illness. If rumors are to be believed, the matter of succession has destabilized the imperial court. This would explain the Empire's relative inactivity in recent years, which has granted us much-needed time to rebuild. We cannot allow ourselves to become complacent, for Garlemald still maintains a presence in Eorzea in the form of 14th Imperial Legion. Commanding this great host is Legatus Gaius von Belsar, a man whose ambitions are well known to us. So long as he breathes Eorzean air, none of us may sleep easy. The calamity wreaked such devastation upon the realm that it has been all we could do to nurse our wounds, never mind rebuild our defenses. Simply put, we have not the strength to repel the Empire. To add to our woes, the beast tribes continue to summon their primals, whose very existence is a bane upon the land. Each nation is beset with its own primal problem. None has the resources to look beyond its own borders. The Admiral desires my counsel regarding a brazen wolf. She means to tell me that the Empire may soon resume its advance. Though the primals pose an undeniable threat to our survival, the threat posed by the Garleans is greater still. Clearly, each nation can no longer afford to think only of that which occurs within its own borders. A storm gathers upon the horizon. If we are to weather it, we must needs stand united once more. Our remembrance service may help to rekindle the spirit of unity, which brought the peoples of Eorzea together when the Empire threatened our liberty. The Flame General was wise to make his proposal, and I wholeheartedly approve of it. The necessary provisions shall be made for a service here in Gridania. Your work here is done, my friend. I shall send my reply to the Flame General forthwith. I thank you for coming. May the 12 see you safely home. We got a wind-up airship. You may now make use of the airship routes connecting the three nations. Before you board an airship, you must first pay the requisite fare in Gil. Reached lightning. But now that we're here, we'll take on as many quests as we can around here. Or we will, next time. This is meowmurai. You've been watching Final Fantasy XIV Online, running on the PlayStation 5. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.